anything like that. Wide right. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God.
It's the Davey Max Sports Program. And here's your host, Dave McDonald.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Chris Pepper Stanley, thank you very much for that warm introduction. And we are back live. Well, we were here last week, but we were minus one person.
Not me.
And one person only. Well, let's get into that. You had to just run in and scream, not me. It's trying to set you up with a beautiful thing.
Roy's here, Dave.
You jumped in then. I'm trying to set up Roy with a nice introduction.
I was here last week.
Okay. And see, that's where we go away and we stray off into craziness. Now, hold on.
What?
The name is Eastside Dave, a.k.a. Davey Mac. Okay?
Yeah.
A round of applause from me, please. Chris Pepper Stanley sitting to my left.
Yeah, Pepper! Woo!
Engineer extraordinaire, the man handling all the audio and the special effects. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Sean O.
Hello!
And the master band leader, back from his 1 week stint at the Methadone Clinic in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Roy Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Yeah! Come on, tickle those ivories! It's all about you! Come on!
Do it, Roy.
Come on! Come on! Come on, shut up! Come on! Ow! Okay. Well, but of course we're going to start off with a lot of stuff. We have just a plethora of topics tonight, and I don't even know what we're going to talk about. But one of the sports world's biggest icon has lost his battle with some disease. You might know him.
Heartbeats.
He's the manager of the 1986 Mets. His name is Davey Jones. And he was he managed Darryl Strawberry, managed Keith Hernandez. Game 6, ladies and gentlemen, the huge game. The Mets, you hear it every single week. The clip,
Comes
a
Knight
ball,
and the Mets win it.
exactly, ball through Buckner, and Davey Jones, classic manager, wins the ring, and boom,
Davey
he's
Jones
dead
was a monkey.
at the age of that is so racist.
Seriously.
And he was white, by the way. I might reiterate.
Yeah, wrong racial.
So
The
yeah,
band.
I mean, I'm saying
The band, the monkeys.
if you're gonna start it off with the racial thing,
Yeah.
get the right group.
Yeah, it's a cracker, honky.
So as a result, we'd like to sing this song, dedicate this to the late great Mets manager Davey Jones. I think his pitching coach Mike Nesmith is still alive, still has all that whiteout money. Roy Schaefer, if you will. Oh, I could hide beneath the wings of the bluebird as it sings, and Darryl Strawberry would never ring and ring. Oh, Keith Hernandez and Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden and Gary Carter. My shaving razor's cold and still it stings. Here we go, big chorus. Cheer up, Davey Jones, manager of the Mets. Davey Jones was manager of the Mets. Davey Jones was manager of the Mets. Now bring it down. You once thought of me as a white knight on a steed, and Ray Knight was the World Series MVP. Well, who can forget Tim Tuffle, Lenny Dykstra, Kevin Mitchell? Life is hard and Davey Jones is dead. Here's the big chorus, guys. Cheer up, Davey Jones, manager of the Mets. Davey Jones was manager of the Mets. Despite what Pepper says, Davy Jones was manager of the Mets. One more time now. Dear of Davy Jones, the manager of the Mets. Davy Jones was the manager of the Mets. Despite what Pepper says, the manager of the Mets. One more. Cheer up, Davy Jones.
Don't stand up. Manager of the Mets. Why? Manager of the Mets. Despite what Pepper Hicks he said.
One more time.
Why you keep doing this to me? Cheer up, Davy Jones. Stop it. Manager of the Mets.
Manager of the Mets.
Despite what Pepper Hicks has said.
I have to mark that. Did you say get the F off me?
Yes.
Mark that, Shawno. 1-0. What was it? Okay, we're going to mark that, and that will not be available on the iTunes. We have to
It
sometimes.
should be this time.
We want our iTunes clean rating, Daddy. You know that. You know that.
Screw it.
So that's a tough loss right there, Peppy.
For the music world.
Yeah, so Davy Jones and Davy Johnson, not the same person, is what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying,
Boy,
Dave.
why did we do that 7-minute song,
That's what
man?
I was asking.
My wife
speak
woke
up,
me
Pepper.
up from a nap, and
Naps.
Monday and Tuesday I had this. My entire family had the stomach flu.
Great.
I am telling you, this is one of those things. It was like the opposite of Miller's Crossing, where Bernie Baumbaum was pleading not to be killed. It would be like me pleading in the woods for Gabriel Byrne to shoot me in the head. The stomach flu was so worse than anything I've experienced. It was worse than food poisoning. It was the same symptoms combined with this muscle contracting that felt like Satan was squishing my insides like a grape, so that between the nauseas, you could not actually get comfortable. Whereas at least in food poisoning, between throwing ups, you can lay down like a human.
Was there pooping involved too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. All right, just making sure.
Oh, forget it.
Both ends.
It's
coming
so
out.
much that, there was blood in the rear end.
Well, at some point, it's no food left. It's just bile and
Yeah,
water.
it was terrible. But anyway, the point is, so I was napping today, and the wife comes in, and she says, "Uh-oh, terrible news. Davy Jones, dead, at the age of 66." And I swear to God, I go, Jesus Christ, Gary Carter and now Davy Jones. No, actually, I did make that legitimate mistake. And she said, that's Davy Johnson, sportsmaster. I said, whoopsie. Hey, who am I, ESPN over here making all the mistakes?
There's a big difference.
Stinger, baby. ESPN. So, Davy Jones, the Monkees. Now, we had this debate. Well, it wasn't a debate, more of a discussion off the air. I said I was sad to see the actual Davy Jones die. Pepper's vantage point was what?
I was never a big Monkees fan. I know Davy Jones is. I like that guy. He's been in media and other things besides Monkees, but I never listened to a lot of Monkees songs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because when I was like, I don't know, Sean, you might, we're the same age. You might be able to remember this.
Yeah, go ahead. Was it around, like Nick at Night or something like that?
It was on Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah, I remember
it was,
watching it.
Or was it MTV or VH1?
No, it was like Nick at Night.
It was one of those channels.
It was Nick at Night.
But it was also on at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on one of those, I think, music channels, like an MTV.
maybe.
I'm probably a VH1,
Yeah,
probably
you're
not
probably
MTV.
right. You're probably right.
Because that was when MTV was rock and rolling with the videos. They weren't about to interrupt that
No.
with, the Monkees.
Right. But it was an actual show. It was a legit show. It was on the air.
I liked it. I actually was a Monkees fan, and I did like some of those songs. I liked that. That song is great, but I liked
Last Train to Clarksville.
Last Train to Clarksville was excellent, and a bunch of good songs. But beyond that, they were like, if you weren't, now this is gonna sound stupid, but if you were so young that you hadn't seen Help yet,
Yeah.
or the other one, what's the other one? The thing, the Beatles, Black and White. My memory's gone. This is the stomach flu. It entered my head.
Hard Day's Night.
Hard Day's Night. So if you hadn't seen those two yet, I would become a Beatles fan a little bit later on, 13, 14. So when you hadn't seen those, you were like, these Monkees, baby, this is it. I don't think music is going. These guys can sing, dance, and act.
They're the total package.
This is the best.
Why aren't they president?
I mean,
of the United States?
what is this? And then I couldn't quite grasp that the show, even in say '87, was at least was 20 years old by that point. I couldn't grasp it. I'm like, how come we don't see more monkeys? My
They have a new album out?
my brothers were like, "You're watching reruns. Are you retarded?" Oh, okay. But I thought, the monkeys. Oh well, I guess I can always watch live Brady Bunch episodes. Okay, David, let's explain to you the rules of television. So I was upset to see that, and Davy Jones was good. My favorite was Mickey Dolenz. So I'm thinking that's why. What is this? His last train to Clarksville? That is good. See? This is a good one. I mean, obviously, they're total Beatles songs.
Oh, Beatles ripoffs, yeah.
Loved Mickey Dolenz. That was my favorite. Peter Tork is sort of the George Harrison of the Monkees. He's the guy no one cares about. Mike Nesmith of the Whiteout Empire, whose mom did invent Whiteout. He was the John Lennon of the group, obviously. Davy Jones, the Paul. Mickey Dolenz, the Ringo. And Peter Tork, the George Harrison. I think they actually all fit pretty neatly into that category.
Great riff.
Why? How come I don't see your guys' band playing it? I mean, Shano on drums. I'm saying a full-on video for next week.
All right.
Because I know you play the bass. All right.
Play it all.
You're invading my territory.
Stretch my legs out. But every week we do.
Pepper and I
guys
touched
playing
feet,
footsies again?
and Pepper and I just touched feet again. And I'm telling you for a fact, next week I'm bringing duct tape, and we are taping the room down the halfway line.
Doesn't matter.
Sean and I will stay on our side. Schaefer and Pepper stay on that side.
If I
Okay?
can spread it out, I'm going to spread it out.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
literally on my side.
Spread it out, Pep.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't touch it. Don't touch my chair.
I don't want to.
So anyway, that's a big thing. That's a big story. But I guess Godspeed. 66 years old. That
Seems young.
That is.
Pretty
That's
young.
5. That's to put things in perspective. That's 5 years younger than my parents, if you will. So that's now that
God,
Now that I
Beanie.
think about it, that was just an arbitrary math right there. There was no reason for it. I just subtracted for no. That's like saying, Heath Ledger. He was 40 years younger than my parents.
Is Beanie okay?
That's just to put things in perspective, a baby who died last week is 70 years old, younger than my parents.
Is Beanie okay?
She's in fantastic health. I thank you for asking.
And shape.
Okay, that's enough of that. All right.
Just saying.
I will get out.
All that golfing's paying off.
Now, over the weekend, we had an embarrassment in the NBA. Things need to be changed. Things need to be. There needs to be a new commissioner. Maybe put me in. I don't know. But the NBA dunk. We'll start off with the NBA dunk contest, which was one of the worst things I've ever seen. We do the show, the Davey Mac Sports Program, XL on Sirius XM on satellite radio, also at 7 p.m. It's I realize it's consistent. We do this at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Put those two together.
Yeah, and Saturday we do it at 7
There you
p.m.
go.
So there, if you want the show, 2 different shows. You got to hear this on Ustream or, of course, subscribe on iTunes.
Stitcher.
And then the satellite different show on Sirius XM on Saturdays at 7. So I raced home to see the dunk contest, right?
Yeah.
Now, my wife turns to me and says, who are these people? You know that I read my Sports Illustrated, my ESPNs, I do this. Beyond getting the inputs from the talking heads, I like to watch games for myself, make my own conclusions, draw my own deductions.
You're a sports
right?
master. You
I am
gotta do
I'm the
that,
sports
you know?
master. I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable in the realm of sports. There were guys out there who I had no idea. And then I looked up the guy from the Utah Jazz who won, see if you could find his name. And I looked up his stats. And you know what he averages?
Evans, yeah. Jeremy
Yeah.
Evans.
Jeremy Evans, right? He averages 1.8 points per game.
But, Dave,
That was your dunk contest winner.
he's very creative.
Now listen to this.
How's it get to 0.8?
You have, well, it's like the
Division.
You have, yeah, I mean, it's a regular division.
All right.
No, but the point is,
Get 2 or 3
you
points.
had Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, and now we have, what was his name? I even forgot it right now, as you
Evans.
said it. Something Evans. 1.8 points per game. I am telling you for a fact. I played freshman basketball in high school, the esteemed Christian Brothers Academy.
You're
okay?
a baller, dude.
I'm telling you, just from that experience alone, any NBA team wants me on their organization, I'm getting you a bucket. This guy's averaging less than one layup or one 15-foot jump shot per game. I am telling you for a fact, Davey Mack will get you one bucket.
He'll draw a foul.
I'm about to say, he's just getting fouled.
I'll get fouled. I'll hit both of my free throws. Always a good free throw shooter.
He's only hitting one.
Who, me?
No, him. Jared, what is his name?
Yeah, Evans. Something Evans.
Jeremy Evans.
This guy, this is where the dunk contest has fallen to. And just the thing, the white guy put on the blindfold.
Yeah. I don't even like what he did, but he jumped over a mailman, right, with a Malone jersey on. That's what won it.
That was one of the guys, and that was some comedian, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. That's Evan. That's how Evans won. That was the best dunk of the.
Meanwhile, another guy. That guy is like he's like a black hobbit. The guy was like 3'6",
very tiny, Kevin Hart.
And some other guy in the dunk contest jumped over an actual 7-footer. But just because one guy was wearing a mailman's costume and is a comedian, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" It was ridiculous. And why they had Kenny Smith, who was a TNT analyst, they had him on the court with the guys, talking to the guys as the guys were basically in motion about to dunk.
It is insane.
He's running down the court with these people. Horrible dunk contest. And if you're the NBA, I mean, everyone, you've said everyone wants the stars. You just have to give these guys money.
Force them.
You have to force them with cash. You have to say
contract.
You have to say to LeBron and Kevin Durant and Blake Griffin next year, we will give you $2 million each. Will you help us out?
God.
It wasn't about Michael Jordan, who had insane dunks, and Dominic Wilkins having insane dunks. It was that Michael Jordan and Dominic Wilkins were dunking against each other.
Yeah.
That was the entire
the
fun
excitement.
part. It was not, everyone's like, well, the young guys are going to be creative. Trust me, LeBron doesn't need to jump over a motorcycle. If LeBron goes out there and does a windmill, the crowd's going to get all excited.
We'll lose it.
So, NBA, get it together. David Stern is such a fat Mel Torme lookalike mess. It's time to get rid of him.
I like Mel Torme, though.
Now, let's go on to the All-Star game, where LeBron James refuses to take the last shot.
In the All-Star game, a game that doesn't matter.
3 times. He has the ball with 5 seconds left. He passes it to Darren Williams. Darren Williams misses a shot. LeBron, but he gets the rebound, kicks it over to LeBron. LeBron then tries to pass it again. Pass intercepted. Somehow the East gets the ball back with 1.1 seconds left, and LeBron's the guy taking the ball out of bounds, having to pass it to someone.
Calm down.
Yeah, whoa.
I am so upset. I'm bubbling.
Clearly.
I'm talking in bubbles. This is how a Fraggle talks when he gets angry.
Boober?
Roy Schaefer, I want you to give me a...
Oh, you're getting a phone call, Dave.
Well, I
on the
can't
air, live
answer
on the
it.
air.
I can't. Roy Schaefer, I want you to do a sounder right now calling LeBron James a chicken. Go ahead.
LeBron James is a chicken.
I wanted the sounder to be 10 seconds long, like a mini song. Go ahead.
In high-pitched voice.
LeBron is a chicken.
Yeah, right.
I thought you were going to keep going with the buck bucks. I like the buck part.
Yeah, that was the best part.
You should have closed with buck bucks. I don't know how you start off with that.
Come on, let's get some chicken action.
So you have that. Now, you also have Dwayne Wade breaking Kobe's nose, which was hysterical. And Kobe is just so hated by all those guys. And no one wants to admit it because secretly they're afraid of Kobe scoring 81 points on them.
Because spite will fuel him to be.
That's exactly what happened with Jordan.
Yeah.
And Jordan would take things personally, and Kobe is a little Jordan clone. And they sometimes they said Jordan used to imagine people like Barkley were saying things about him. Like he used to conjure up little fantasies that Charles Barkley had just insulted his mom.
Just to build anger.
Yeah, Charles is like, we're friends, buddy.
No, you're
I'm not.
Why'd you say that about my mom?
Yeah, the guy was insane. Kobe's a junior Jordan, obviously. So he does the same thing. So the Heat and Lakers are playing this Sunday. That should be fun. And if you're a big one of those 7-footers on the Lakers, you have to punch Dwayne Wade right in the face.
Let's choke him
Don't
out.
you?
Choke him out.
Choke them out, do something. They are big. You could do a choke slam. You could do 2 at 1 there, a choke and a hit.
Or maybe the Big Show can come onto the court.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't it?
I'm more of an Undertaker fan than the Big Show. Anyway, listen to me. So then I'm watching ESPN, and ESPN reports in addition to his broken nose, Kobe Bryant suffers a concussion, right?
Yeah.
So that goes on. I'm like, wow, holy mackerel. An hour later, ESPN issues a retraction. We apologize, though those were erroneous reports. By the way, when they said Kobe has the concussion, they did not quote anyone because they always want to be the people who give out the scoop. So even if it was like an LA newspaper or whatnot, ESPN has to be the
according to
thing
ESPN.
to break the story. So then, rather than saying we messed up, they go, you know what? Those were erroneous reports, blaming it on other sources and saying, no, Kobe did not receive a concussion. An hour later, they come back on the air and say those erroneous reports of Kobe not having concussion actually were the erroneous ones. In fact, yes, he does have a concussion.
Whoa.
So I just want to bring this to people's attention. ESPN, while doing lots of great things, puts out lots of garbage.
Well, they have to fill 24 hours.
Lots of it. I know. But you know what? Then say, you know what? We screwed up. We said
they'll never do that. That's
you have
impossible.
to.
They don't care. It's their network. They can do whatever they want.
Well, that's the point, though. That's why I feel like
They're literally
they are
unaccountable.
evil. But I also feel like that's an evil way to be, and for them to be the center of all sports, you have to have some culpability once in a while, don't you? I mean, what is this?
They really don't, though. It's a monopoly on sports.
Monopoly.
Monopoly. I got that Monopoly.
All right. That's good.
So there you have that.
Golden.
I've been working on these all week, past week.
I think it's showing.
I got a
Hey,
pot-
I mean, these are
Really
great.
paid off, yeah.
got a pocket
These are the
full of them.
best stingers we've had so far. How about you do a stinger, 4 stingers?
Stinger.
Hey, all right.
So I want ESPN fired from ESPN.
I don't know if that's possible. The
I'm gonna
entire
make
network.
The call. I'll make it.
John will make a call because I want ESPN fired from ESPN for what they've done, and then put ESPN News over on ESPN, and put ESPN Classic on ESPN News, ESPN College on ESPN Classic.
What about ESPN 2?
Oh God, I always forget them.
Yeah, they're there, dude.
Oh, you know what? I shouldn't forget them. That's the home of Sports Nation.
That show's awesome. You know we liked watching it.
We haven't talked about it in a long time because for a long time I was boycotting Sports Nation. That's the show that they have a gigantic peanut gallery.
I guess it's just a
which
crew?
is so insane. It
that's
sounds.
vast.
If anyone's from the New York, New Jersey, North Jersey area, it almost sounds like the old time Uncle Floyd show, which was this old vaudevillian type of show where it was Uncle Floyd and there were puppets and all this stuff. But yeah, sure, Chafins. But what? But it's not an actual studio audience. It's the camera people and the people holding boom mics, and it sounds crazy. So you have it's hosted by Michelle Beadle and Colin Cowherd, and Colin Cowherd will be like, Kobe Bryant just broke his nose. I don't know about you, but I think that stinks. And then Beetle will, jump on the thing like, Colin, you look good tonight, baby. Whoa! Woo! You want some of that? She wants it. She wants it. And then Colin Cowherd, usually responds with, I hate you. Whoa! Hater. And then he's like, she's like, but don't I sort of look like Cameron Diaz a little bit? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, she doesn't. Yes, she does. And they have crazy ass poll questions. What was the one you saw today?
Oh, what's the better free snack? A free Big Mac or a free corn dog?
Okay. They won't put the Davey Mac Sports program on ESPN2,
They're
but
free.
they have a poll question about. Of course, it's a Big Mac. Does anyone besides people who are in Field of Dreams prefer a corn dog?
24% are saying corn dog.
Go ahead, yes. And so 76% are saying Big Mac.
Yeah, but I'm surprised corn dog's even that high.
Well, if that was a presidential election, that'd be the biggest landslide in the history of voting. 76 to 24 is a huge difference.
A Big Mac is so much better.
But the only thing a corn dog has going for it is it's on
nothing.
it's on a stick.
I
if you
hate
put a
that.
Big Mac on a stick.
That's stupid.
I like that thing.
No,
Selling point.
Let me tell you something.
Very dry, though.
When I lived in Astoria, Queens,
Big ups to A-Town.
Whoa.
I would come off the subway, and after my 15-minute subway, then I would have to walk 20 minutes to get to
you
my
lived in a
apartment.
terrible place.
It
in
was the
Astoria.
worst. It was right in the middle of Greek. I thought,
Yeah, you were very
a
Greek
Greek
neighborhood.
town.
A lot of feta cheese.
I thought Medusa was going to turn me into stone. I saw a guy with a man body and a bull, whatever face.
Minotaur.
It was crazy over there. It was so Greek, I'm telling you. I'm saying it was togas over here.
How Greek was it?
I'm saying this. It's Dave McLetterman and Roy Schaefer. I am telling
Yeah,
you,
Dave. Yeah, Dave.
it was so Greek.
How Greek was it, Dave?
George Stephanopoulos lived on my goddamn porch.
Oh, Dave, you slave me.
Let me tell you something. This is how Greek my old neighborhood was. Maria Menounos was raped quattro, okay?
Quattro.
Let me tell you how Greek it was.
Oh, no.
The god of Greece came down once.
Oh, yeah?
Zeus, and he gave me a goddamn shish kebab, okay?
Whoa. Shish kebab.
Or
Play
Euro.
us the commercial break, Roy Shaver.
Shish kebab. Shish kebab.
No, seriously, it was very Greek.
It's really Greek there.
It was. I had there was this old woman who lived.
In a shoe?
No, she had all this like black. I don't know what that kind of outfit is. It's like almost a nun's outfit without the habit. It's like all black. It's
I know what you're talking about.
crazy.
That means her husband died.
There was no husband. You are right about that. You're right.
Yeah.
But then her big son, I forget what his name was, Hercules
George,
or one
probably.
of those
They're all named
freaking
George.
names.
Adonis.
Yeah. He would come down and say, do I smell cigarette smoke? When I rented out this place, it was a no smoking apartment. I smell cigarette smoke. And I'm like, well, what does it matter? And he goes, you want to smoke your cigarettes? You go outside to the fire escape. He was a smoker. So every time I had to go out, he was always out there
my God, that's
smoking.
awkward.
So we had to sit because since we both hate each other, we had to sit and
silence?
sit each other in silence and look at each other and smoke cigarettes. Then he accused me one time of having a cat. And while I was
love cats.
at work, he came into my apartment and must have been looking around for a cat because he left his big gulp Slurpee cup. He was always drinking from that, and he left it in the house. So I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Landlords are the worst people on the planet.
I wasn't in that place. I'm like, well, I've been here for 6 months. I haven't seen one 7-Eleven. Otherwise, I'd be getting big gulps left and right.
7-Eleven's the best.
Anyway, the point is this. That was a long way to get to the point of when I went
Go ahead.
and got off the subway, I'd get a shish kebab. They were I'd say, give me a little lemon and some bread.
Street meat, baby.
Tastier than tuna fish on rye. Okay?
All right.
So good.
Okay.
But if I could have had those shish kebabs in a big bun, like a hamburger bun, I would have been heaven. The stick thing that you just claimed, Chono,
Yeah.
was so great
I'll stand by it.
is overrated BS.
Kinda
First of all,
dangerous.
after your third bite of the shish kebab, you can't even get
annoying.
down the stick unless you get your fingers all dirty.
Just eat
So
it,
now what do you have to say about your little stick food
just
comment?
Eat it sideways. What are you talking about? You,
All right?
you
Then
jam the whole thing in your
you eat it
face?
sideways, you take a bite, and then half of it's gone. The other half falls on the ground.
Just slide it.
No, you
slide it right off. Right
Bite
into your
into
mouth.
it and slide off. But
Yeah,
it's
see?
just a hassle.
Pepper knows.
It's a hassle.
Oh,
Who would
come on.
prefer? That's why these people, these Greeks, forget it.
No.
They're just terrible people.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, I think we
You can draw your own
should I
conclusions.
should I mark the time on that or?
Anyway, Sports Nation is horrifically bad.
I love them. They're fun to watch.
Oh,
mean,
I
'cause it's so
love
bad.
watching how terrible they are. It's the same thing with Mike Francesa, who is equally as bad. Today I was listening to or watching him on Yes Network drink his 8,000 Diet Cokes.
He likes Diet Coke.
and he told a caller. This is what it was. The caller called up Francesa and said that he goes, Mike, I prefer Tino Martinez over Mark Teixeira. Tino Martinez did a lot of great things in the World Series, and Mark Teixeira has not come up in the postseason yet as a Yankee.
Good call.
Not terrible points. And Mike Francesa yells at the guy and says, "You've got selective memory." Wait a second. Is he a brain doctor?
I think he just has memory.
No, he said you have selective memory. Tino Martinez did not show up in every single postseason series, which is technically true. But to yell at the guy and says he has selective memory, and then he actually said, like, I think you have brain damage or something. I
think that's a solid call by Mike, too. Both those people were correct.
I think that's insulting. And that's why we don't do that here in the Davey Mac Sports program. We don't yell at our callers.
Well, we don't have any callers.
No.
Yellow Fast Freddy, actually.
Then
Pretty much
tonight,
the person that's ever
Yeah.
we're going to get a caller.
All right, fair enough.
Give out the phone number, Shawno.
All right, 911.
Okay, listen. It's time to take a little break, a little downtime. Well, we're not there yet, Peppy. I mean,
I'm taking the headphones off. Give me a break.
Jesus. You see how angry he is? Are you not drinking?
Nope.
Oh, yep.
See, this is what it is.
That's all I get.
For his Lent, that's what happens. And Shawno pointed it out, not me, that you came in here in a real mood, a dark, angry mood.
Yeah.
I tried to cheer him up.
temper these days.
I tried
Funk, by the way, is what Shawno said.
Yeah, I
with
tried
the
to give
name.
him a hug.
We don't have to mark that.
He pushed me away.
Yeah,
I tried to hug him again.
And
right.
I cried rape.
Yeah.
that's right.
And I've been down that road, so I stopped.
Well, listen, we're going to have a nice break. Maybe we'll all cheer up. I mean, I'm in good spirits. I got over my stomach flu.
You smell great. Okay.
Roy Schaefer's
That was
back
awesome.
from his trip.
Yeah, Roy.
Where did you go, Roy? Seriously.
I went down to the Caribbean.
What'd you do there? Oh, wait, it was a Disney cruise, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what one does on Disney cruise, because
Highly recommend it, Dave. Highly recommend it. It was a great time.
Well, what does one do on a Disney cruise?
We just did a lot of laying out in the sun and playing with Goofy and making.
But I mean, are there rides or
Make it out.
Yeah, there's some rides on the
drink
boat.
it.
water
Yeah.
slides?
Water slides, yeah. Water slides. on the
I'm
boat.
not saying this in any jestful way whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of going on cruises because of the pirates issue.
There was
And everyone says I'm crazy, but I feel like
No, you justified, man. This pirates.
no.
out there.
I mean, True Blue. I'm not being. There was a pirate situation 2 years ago.
There was one 2 weeks ago. They got a boat held out shore down in Florida, held up by
There's
pirates.
an actual documentary.
What the hell
Pirates
is?
of
Well,
the
I mean,
Caribbean.
how did pirates come back?
They never left. We just don't hear about it.
I mean, you don't see Wild West gunfighters making a return all of a sudden.
Don't we, though?
Not here in New York.
Jesus.
Have you been to the West?
Twice.
And
Well, Los Angeles.
That's something.
a lot of gunfights.
All right, listen to me. It's time to take a nice break, okay? We're going to enjoy ourselves.
I'm gonna pee.
Eastside Dave McDonald, Davey Mack, Chris Pepper Stanley, Sean O, Roy Shaver. Keep it here, baby. Davey Mac Sports Program live back on a Wednesday, or if you're downloading it on iTunes, it's whatever day it is. I can't tell you exactly when you're listening, but I do thank you for subscribing on iTunes. And we are back here with the program, and we had some interesting lyrics to You Might Think during the break. For some reason, Roy started to sing You Might Think I'm Polish.
Isn't that what he's saying?
No, I don't think it is.
I could have sworn all these years he's became Polish.
You might think I'm Polish. Actually, I'm from Sweden. Listen to me. We have to talk about this Tiger Woods. Because he's just being silly. And is it me, or does he still have a very Cabbage Patch Kid-ish face? I am serious. If you take a picture, Google image a Cabbage Patch Kid. I've thought that for years, and I have never seen ESPN, Fox Sports, or any of the networks look up Tiger Woods. Now look at that. Pepper has a Cabbage Patch Kid, and I think it's the small mouth, but sort of the puffy cheeks. Exactly, small mouth combined with puffy cheeks. I've always felt like he looks like a human Cabbage Patch Kid come to life. You know.
I hate him because he looks like that.
You don't like the Cabbage Patch Kids?
No.
I had one. I had a little guy named Ricky.
Oh, I had one named Chris.
I named mine after Ricky Henderson.
Mine actually had a name.
Oh yeah, I threw that name out. I'm like, no, I'm not letting the box name my Cabbage Patch Kid. Mine was dressed in a little Yankee uniform. Was yours just in regular plain clothes?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
bald.
Girlish little
What?
girl, little
Shut up.
girl, little girl.
But anyway, Tiger says he had some crazy press conference, apparently.
Yeah, because everyone's talking about this new Tiger's old coach, Hank Haney, wrote a book about Tiger.
Sure. He's
And-
a very famous golf swing expert and teaches a lot of pros, especially Tiger.
So now everyone's talking about one part that's been released so far is that there's a portion of the book that says Tiger seriously considered leaving golf to be a Navy SEAL at the height of his career. And someone asked him about this at a press conference.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing, is what it is.
The book thing is out there, and you guys have commented about it. But specifically, in regards to being a Navy SEAL or considering being a Navy SEAL during the height of your career, was that something you were considering?
I've already talked about everything.
Oh, jeez.
In the book, yes, I've already commented on everything, Alex.
I must have missed you answering that question.
Well, I've already commented on the book. Is that in the book?
Well, I don't know.
Is it in the book?
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's move on, Brian.
You're a beauty, you know that?
Whoa.
I mean, that's a fair question, right? You guys are suggesting that there's something wrong with the excerpts in the book. I'm just trying to find out if that's true or not.
I don't know.
Brian.
It's true.
Man,
know-
he doesn't know.
Have a
You
good
know,
day.
actually, no, I'll tell you who I hate the most. Let's move on. Brian, I hate that guy. What is the... So you can't let Tiger and this journalist talk about whether Tiger Woods wanted to be a Navy SEAL?
Oh, the PR guy.
I hate the press conference. Move on. Brian, next question. Brian?
Let's ignore what just happened.
Yeah. Stop. Let's just pretend it's golf. And it's Tiger Woods pretending to be a Navy SEAL. Now, you're right. Tiger is just... He's just such a bad person.
It's like a giant,
Somebody needs to pop
Santa
that
Claus-
guy's bubble, man.
giant Santa Claus.
Someone
chair
needs
he's
to...
sitting in.
I think it's been popular already.
Did you hear about that a couple years ago?
What happened?
There was a Perkins waitress and about 25 other chicks. Did you hear? There was a big story. The bubble has been popped, my friend.
The wife took $100 million.
You know, I know you're the musical band leader, but sometimes you put the pot down, you pick up a newspaper. He was on the New York Post for something like 185 days straight, beating out 9/11 by about, 120 of those days.
Oh, extramarital affairs?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right, Shafee. Yeah. But, I hate, Tiger's annoying. The guy's kind of funny because the reporter knows he's being a little bit of, the reporter himself is just trying to get under Tiger's
Yeah,
skin.
I'm not sure if that was a reporter. It was this guy, Alex Maselli, who's golf.com's founder.
All right, but he's a quasi journalist.
Yeah. Talking to this guy.
And
Founded a website.
but he's trying to get under Tiger's skin. But it's funny that he's
awesome.
like, you want to be a Navy SEAL. Of all the athletes too, golfers would be the least cut out to be Navy
Going around killing people.
SEAls.
In clandestine operations.
You know, you can't be about to shoot Bin Laden and be like, quiet, Quiet! I've got the gun pointed at his head. God damn it!
Stop with the screaming.
I was right about to pull the trigger and wanted some. I felt the camera clicking. I need concentration to shoot Bin Laden. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Asian Woods, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Trying to detonate this bomb. He tries to detonate a bomb, and all he hears is, "You the man! You the man, Team 6! Will you please? I am trying to detonate a bomb!
Do it for America.
You think he yells out 4?
I am trying to work in Islamabad here! Islamabad!
Showing you love,
Come on! In the Islamabad! That doesn't... Were you trying to do an in-the-hole type of gimmick? Because that wasn't even close! Woo! Ow!
Denny's table for 6, ready.
What? Denny's table for...
What?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Did you just say Denny's table is 6 is ready?
Yeah. That's how I always end that cue.
Okay. You just... Wow.
That vacation.
That did some things to your head, huh? What was Goofy? I mean, you came back as
Yeah, was he a dog? What is he?
That's a good question. That's a timeless question, isn't it?
He's a dog.
Yeah. All right. But then the other one, well, listen, that's a whole different thing. Now, Bobby Valentine, okay?
BV, baby.
Talking trash.
The crazy man, right?
Love
So he says about Derek Jeter's iconic 2001 postseason flip play. He says, he was out of position, which is so great.
That was the wrong play to make.
It's that
that play that he's known for and has been played in every highlight clip ever.
It's like saying, with Eli Manning's famous pass to say David Tyree, why did he need a helmet? Why didn't he just catch it with his hands? I mean, if you're a better player, you don't pin it against your helmet. You just catch it with your hands, and you stay on your feet and you keep running. I don't know. It was the Tyree catch is okay, but... And, as for... Michael Jordan, I mean, why jump from the free throw line in the dunk contest? Why not jump from the 3-point line? Or even better, why not jump from half court? It's okay. I mean, it's not great. It's all right. Joe Montana to Dallas Clark, they call it the catch. I mean, all right.
It won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, fine, I guess. Well, the Immaculate Conception or reception with the guy on the Steelers. I mean, I didn't see any holy water. I didn't see him do a crucifix sign or anything
Play on
like
words,
that. Yeah,
Bobby.
well, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But the flip play, not
It actually
very
makes
good.
perfect sense.
He was
a
out of
reception
position.
and-
He was out of position. You know who's overrated? Jesus. I didn't see him. He's walking on water.
He's the savior.
Why not hopscotch on water when you think about it? Do some tricks. Flip on water.
So walking on water is good.
Well, you could do a somersault on water, a handstand on water. Show off a little bit. Do something spectacular. I don't know. I think Jesus was out of position, in my opinion, too. I mean,
he's
if you're
playing
ask
sport.
me, if you're gonna ask
He's
what I'm
performing
saying,
miracles.
yeah, all right. God,
Yeah,
overrated, if you ask me. The whole thing with the planets and this and that.
he created everything.
Why make the planets, a bunch of balls?
They're spherical. Yeah, they're spheres. Yeah.
Why sphere? Why not triangles? How cool would that be? It would be like pyramids. We all would live in an Egyptian pyramid.
Actually, Bobby, that's a pretty good point. You
Well,
got me.
okay, there you go. That was his point about Jeter.
Yeah, then he was saying that they never practiced it,
And he also said the runner, had Jeter not gotten the ball and flipped it, that the runner, he would have been out anyway.
yeah.
Now, if anyone remembers the play, the ball would have taken, I don't know, no less than 15 hops and would have
Into the
probably
dugout.
died.
Yeah, what the dugout.
But also the ball would have been, it would have rolled to the catcher. Jeter had not intercepted it. The ball's not reaching Posada in time for Posada to make the catch and get the guy out. But again, it's not. It's just Bobby V trying to do something fun and weird.
He's trying to be a Red Sox now. He's trying to get on the bandwagon, hating Yankees and making silly comments.
Yeah, and it's, you haven't been on Boston that long, in my opinion, to be pulling that kind of stuff.
He's pulling everything. He's just going nuts right now.
Well,
And
yeah,
he banned
because
booze, right?
The other thing to me, yeah, the banning booze is a PR thing. But the other thing was that they asked him, Jason Varitek, great Red Sox catcher, fantastic career, 15 years. He did, Sean. No, come on. We're not just going to be a Yankee homer team. Varitek is a great catcher, 3-time All-Star. He's a fantastic player. I would love to have Posada, Varitek, they're both great. Yeah. So Varitek retiring. So they asked Bobby V, what are some of your, what are some traits that you admire? And Bobby V, among other things, said, well, he beat up Alex. So happy that he beat up Alex. Now, again, to me, if Terry Francona says that, I have no problem. Because it's like, it feels like, okay.
He was there.
Yeah, he's there and stuff like that. Bobby V, you were nowhere in baseball. Your ass was on ESPN. So it's not like you should have this, sentimentality towards Varitek. He took him down, man.
It's kind of great, though, that he's able to just implant himself into the Red Sox as if he was always there.
I know. It's nuts.
It's
the guy is Zelig from the Woody Allen movies. If you remember, who goes, with Woody Allen, he would the character Zelig, he'd hang out with black people, and then all of a sudden he would turn black, or he'd hang out with fat people, and he would become fat. That Bobby V is Zelig. He is now officially Mr. Red Sox. He's ready to put himself over Ted Williams and Carl Yastrzemski.
He's been there through the curses. He's there now.
It's crazy.
Forever. Now and forever. Bobby V.
Hey, he's been there. Someone's got to tell Bobby, you've been there for 4 minutes. Got to relax with the A-Rod stuff.
I wouldn't say A-Rod got beat up either.
No, he didn't get beat up. He got shoved, and Varitek had all his catching equipment on. That's not, but whatever. Fine, Again, if Terry Francona says, I got no problem. No, and I felt like, and I said this on the Davey Mack Sports Report today, but which I write when I'm not sick, usually Mondays through Fridays. But to me, it's almost no different, Bobby V, with all his crazy rants, than Adam Sandler putting a pickle up his sleeve going, I'm crazy pickle guy. Look at me. I got a pickle for it all.
Those are some great cheap Halloween.
Look at me. I got a pickle for
Here's a pickle. I got a pickle. Look at me. And A-Rod got beat up by Jason Varitek. Hey, everybody. Look at Derek Jeter's overrated. I want a pickle, Derek Jeter. Here's a Derek Pickle. Ooh, that there. Derek Jeter pickle. Ooh. I see no difference in Crazy Pickle Guy and Bobby Valentine. It's so much of a just everyone look at me, look at the new kid in town. I
He's
don't
totally
know.
insane.
And how much did we talk this year? This very year, how much Rex Ryan and all his nonsense helped the Giants win. This is it's either going to get the Red Sox a World Series or the Yankees will win the World Series. But Boston's got to understand, they are playing with fire because this guy will inspire the Yankees. Derek Jeter, like Kobe Bryant, will take all this to heart.
But I don't know. But he's so crazy that they might just dismiss it also.
They dismiss it publicly.
So much of it.
They dismiss it publicly. Privately, Jeter says, are you bleeping kidding me? The flip play? That's like someone
That's
saying,
one thing.
And before everyone jumped down my throat in comparisons, look, because I'm about to compare him to the Willie Mays over the head shoulder catch. Oh, you can't say that. Watch any World Series thing on Fox where they put a collection of classic plays. I know the Jeter thing wasn't in the World Series, it's in the playoffs against the A's. My point is, when they have a collection of postseason things, what do you see? Time and time again, you see a Willie Mays, or you see the Kirk Gibson, or you see, hey, I'll give, what's his face? I'll give a Red Sox credit. You see Carlton Fisk. You see that flip play every single year. Every year. That's what you call an iconic play. For Bobby V to take a shot, that is almost taking a shot at the sport itself, in my opinion.
But sadly, he doesn't see that. He just sees it as, I think I'm going to say this crazy thing today.
You know what I think?
Because he doesn't care. He's
well,
nuts.
beyond being a crazy pickle man, I think Bobby V is also a coward.
Whoa.
Coward.
What happened to the Bucks?
Oh, the chicken thing? You want me to do the chicken thing again? I thought his name sounds like a transformer.
What do you mean?
What's his name?
Go ahead, Roy.
Bobby Valentine?
No,
Interpret.
the other guy,
Bobby V.
Yeah, no, what's his
Varitek?
full name? Varitek. Sounds like a transformer.
Go ahead, give us the
Varitek.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a really good point.
I couldn't get that out of my head the whole time.
I never thought of it like
Speaking of speaking of Yankees and their thing, so not only does A.J. Burnett get traded from the Yankees to the Pirates, today he gets hit in the face with a foul ball.
Shut up, really?
Yeah. And now he has to get his right eye examined.
This is the guy who every single season on the Yankees would show up mysteriously with a black eye. Now I'm actually believing when he says 1 year he fell down the stairs. The next year his kid elbowed him in the face. The next year he was juggling bowling pins pretending to be Penn Jillette, and one of them smashed him in the eye. Now I'm actually, because this was documented by the people there, a foul ball somehow finds him in the eye, and boom.
And then he's just whacked out. Yeah.
I feel bad for him now. Like when he's on I actually felt bad for him even when he was on the Yankees. I know the fans hated him.
When that whole thing blew up with Girardi, it was just...
but Girardi's a weirdo.
He's a great.
Definitely.
He was a great pitcher. It was so strange that when he came to the Yankees, he literally went so.
Well, he had a decent year in
downhill.
09, and
Yeah.
the Yankee fans.
But he went downhill. You know
He
what I'm
did,
saying?
and the Yankee fans were quick to forget that. He did help out in the postseason in 09. He pitched some good games in 09. And yeah, 2010 and 11 were just it was crazy town. It was just nuts. I mean, it was insanity.
But if you got hit by a foul ball, so he's just standing to the side of the
I
field.
think they were practicing drills, and the guy was practicing a bunt.
A bunt,
and
no less.
he bunts the foul ball, and it hit AJ. It found his eye,
Right.
And they say he falls to his knees, and instantly they had to put like an old steak on his eye. I don't know why this was the 1950s. All of a sudden,
You got steaks laying around. in the dugout.
eat them. That's what I say. So there you have that. I don't know. It's just crazy times, that we got.
End times, probably.
And then we got Davy Jones, and he's dead, and Roy Schaefer's.
That's right.
One more time, a reprise of Sleepy G.
Yeah. Well, it's Daydream Believer.
I call it Sleepy G.
I know
Okay,
you do.
pal?
All right. My bad.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings, and the foul ball hits my eye. I'm A.J. Burnett, my eye really hurts. Davy Jones, the manager of the Mets. A.J. Burnett is dead and in heaven. A.J. Burnett and Davy Jones are in heaven. Come on, everyone! A.J. and Davy Jones are in heaven. They're both really dead. A.J. is dead and in heaven with Davy Jones in heaven. One more chorus. A.J. is dead in heaven. Davy Jones and A.J. are in heaven. And Chris Stanley is in heaven. That's right. Pepper's in heaven. He's in heaven. So that's the A.J. Burnett song. What a shame. Why couldn't it have been Peter goddamn Tork?
Yeah, no one likes him.
That stupid bowl haircut. He might have been the first person ever to get the bowl haircut, by the way. Who made the bowl haircut mainstream. I don't think you see a Peter Tork bowl haircut
right.
in American pop culture.
I think that's a
you know
great
that?
observation. We should take him out.
All right.
Because he ruined hair.
He became a junkie, by the way.
Well, that's what you get.
That's okay. He likes get high. What's wrong with that?
I forgot to tell you something.
What'd you forget?
This is very special.
Oh, I like special.
Today is February 29th.
Yeah, it's a leap year, Dave.
It's a leap.
Oh,
Go ahead. Well, I saw her face. Well, it's a leap day. Once every 4 years. Pepper and A.J. Burnett are dead. Woo! Yeah, I'm in love. Pepper's dead. A.J.'s dead. Steak in his eye.
I'm alive. I'm right here.
No, but seriously. And that happens once every 4 years. And I do like how it's timed up with the Olympics. This keeps it, we're able to easily remember it.
The World Cup.
I don't like.
I don't think the World Cup is the World Cup this year? Or is the World Cup in 14?
It's not this year. That's what makes me remember. Leap year, no
Okay,
World Cup.
don't. And you take the camcorder off now.
You sure?
Yes.
This is
No,
good stuff. I'm
World
getting.
Cup's in 2 years.
Is it? It is in 2 years.
See?
Yeah.
This year's the Euro Cup.
Because they wouldn't play the World Cup in Olympics because the Olympic soccer is a big deal, so they would never do that. That would be
wouldn't
silly.
What about the Euro Cup?
I'm so excited for the Olympics in England. By the way, I gotta tell you.
I don't get excited until it actually starts. I don't get any excitement leading up to it.
No?
No. But once it starts and it's on all times, like I gotta watch.
Oh,
stuff.
I watch it.
gotta
I watch everything. Every CNBC and the MSNBC and what have
Everywhere.
you. Oh, forget it.
What's your favorite event, David?
I like running, and it's fun to watch the basketball. But I actually like
boxing.
Believe it or not, I like the 2-on-2 beach volleyball. I'm a fan of that. I actually like the indoor volleyball as well.
Ladies?
No, I can watch. The indoor men's volleyball is very impressive to me. There's like 8 different guys jumping. It's like Cirque du Soleil over there. I don't know who's about to hit it. It's fantastic.
Give it up.
All right, but seriously, you can stop recording the video snippet now. It's like going on for 10 minutes.
It's getting weird.
And how are you today, Peppy?
I'm great.
Roy, he seems like he's in a better mood, though.
Yeah, he seems happy.
So much
I
better.
snapped him out of it on the old fire escape.
You guys were out there for a long time.
Yeah.
Me and Schaefer were like, what the hell? And you should have seen Roy. He's kicking things. He's throwing things.
Roy, why are you getting so mad all the time? We're just having a cigarette.
He's all about business. He wants you guys to have a 5-minute break, and that's it.
Well, then come out there and tell us. I don't know how long it's taking me to smoke.
Seriously.
You know what I picked up when I was down there in the Caribbean?
Heroin?
Cuban cigars. I'm going to bring some next week for us.
Oh, shh. Not on the show. Shh.
They're illegal in the States.
all right.
I got it.
I don't do anything illegal, Roy Schaefer.
Yeah, me either.
I smuggled them in.
Anyway, let me. Okay, we're
to be a
probably.
condom and-
This is all just a, of course, joke.
It should be taken out.
This is just a joke. This is a parody.
serious.
No, I know. Yes, you're not.
Roy
though.
Schaefer, smuggler.
Now listen to
That's the
this.
New character.
Listen to this.
Mark the time.
No, listen to this. No, because if Roy got arrested because of a podcast on iTunes, that would be the best thing that could ever
Wait, I
happen to
can't.
us.
I can't smuggle in a Cuban cigar.
Okay, Roy, you don't want to keep
Oh,
repeating.
God, ATF is gonna bust up
All
in
right,
here.
let's
Oh, yeah,
focus.
That tease for tobacco.
Leap
isn't it?
day, this year, 1980. A man named Gordie Howe. People say we don't talk about hockey on this show. Well, I'm going to talk about it right now. Gordie Howe, legendary hockey player, scored his 800th goal. At the time, obviously, a record. Until some young punk named Wayne Gretzky years later
Got up in his face.
just pooped all over that old man's head. And I always thought he had to have been the basis for, or at least part of the basis for the Paul Newman character.
Oh yeah.
They almost looked alike too.
If you look at the old pictures of Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
Come on.
Old school guy
It's Newman.
playing hockey for years and years and years. Look at that.
Crazy,
talking about-
toothless drunk.
I want to give a shout out to Gordie Howe.
Big
800th goal, 1980 on Leap Day, February 29th. How about that? How about that for some facts?
It feels awesome to have those facts.
Lastly, we had a story that is about the Mets. It's about insanity. It's about weirdness.
Well, it's the Mets, so all those things are always involved.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The story was, I need the story. The Mets, what happened here?
All right, Wilpon,
Yeah.
their owner,
Fred Wilpon, the owner.
gave out shirts to all the players.
Okay.
With orange shirts, bright orange in the color of the Mets,
Yeah.
with a big blue U on them
Yeah.
for underdog.
That doing the actual underdog
Yeah, the
logo
actual underdog
from the
logo.
60s cartoon.
Yeah.
And then what happened? David Wright said,
I don't really like using the whole underdog thing. I don't really like playing that card.
oh, jeez.
I think it's just a way to remind everybody in here that the outside expectations aren't the expectations that we have for ourselves.
Well, listen. I mean, if David Wright thinks that they're not the underdog, he's crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's so funny. To me, it's just, I feel like David Wright might even be quibbling just to be like, I'm going to start taking on the owner regularly
Why
to
not?
get my ass traded because I cannot be on this
with
sinking
Reyes
ship.
gone,
Oh, forget it. And they're one arm trouble for Johan Santana away from the team being just absolutely the worst team
the
in
double.
baseball.
It'll be a double A team. Oh Jesus!
Jesus Christ! This is why we'll never be on terrestrial, I suppose.
No, it is why. It isn't why. No, what are you talking about?
Imagine if that happened. WFAN. Here's Pepper. The effing Mets effing suck. God damn it.
You're killing me.
So anyway.
You say much worse things that couldn't get on.
Listen to me. So it's just crazy. I credit Ron Bennington with giving us that news story. That was a fantastic pickup. I mean, Fred Wilpon is driving the team into the ground. Let's understand.
And then earlier in the week, before that story came out, he's saying that, oh yeah, I'm here to stay. No way am I selling this team.
Yeah,
he is the worst owner in the history of New York sports.
They're still trying to drum up $200 million.
Of owners, I would think.
That's what I mean. In the history of New York sports owners, there's other owners who are worse. Guys who legitimately took the team into bankruptcy and or moved the team, like we just talked about Jim Irsay and taking the Baltimore Colts away from Baltimore and putting them in Indiana is pretty despicable. I'm not going to say the Wilpons are in that category, but this is just, in terms of the Wilpons never know how to do anything. They have a brand new, beautiful ballpark, and they make it the biggest ballpark since the Polo Grounds of the 50s. Or they have this rotunda, and they name it Jackie Robinson Rotunda. Newsflash for the Wilpons. Jackie Robinson did not play on the Mets. The Brooklyn Dodgers are not the New York Mets. Enough with the Dodgers obsession. Anyway. Listen, Roy.
It's depressing.
Yes, Dave.
I'm happy you're alive.
I'm happy to be
it's
back.
good to see him
The
back.
world of music took away Davy Jones, and I thought you were gone last week, and I thought, that's it. They took away Davy Jones, manager of the Mets, and now they're going to take away Roy Schaefer,
Forever.
manager of the Yankees.
Again. Never
Can't get rid of me
see-
that fast.
Nothing's going to kill you, right, pal?
That's right, Dave. Only those execs at Sirius XM.
Whoa. Taking some shots.
Do I have to beep that one?
No.
No, you don't have to bleep it.
Leave it in.
You just leave it in.
I know I said
Roy's
it.
Don't dwell on it. You know
Roy's
why?
indestructible.
You dwell on it, drives you crazy.
That's true.
Talk about someone who knows from experience.
Yeah, he's crazy. He lost his mind. He's totally insane. He could try to
I
kill
lost
all
it.
of us at any given time.
You know what I do on my weekends?
What's that, Dave?
I take thumbtacks and I drive them into my groin area. I want to keep the show clean and family friendly. Pepper pointed that out. But I take thumbtacks, like the way Mick Foley, when he got body slammed, he rolled around in the thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
I do that. I put them on the ground, but instead I put my groin area on the thumbtack. So I'm way more hardcore than mankind.
Fear factor.
You're like a groin-only mankind.
That's right. That's exactly. And I also wear a little sock on it too for a little fun thing like
Like
Mr.
the Chili
Sacco.
Peppers.
No, like Mr. Sacco.
No.
But thanks for piping in. And
Yeah, that's what I do.
okay, listen, Davey Mac Sports Program, and we had me, Dave McDonald. Subscribe to the show on iTunes. Chris Pepper Stanley,
Bye.
Shauno, Roy Schaefer. Be listening on Saturday, Sirius XM. Good night, everybody.